Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. And a lot of you have been asking me, hey, can you test out and see if one of these power stations can, in fact, run one of these new pellet grills? Because I don't want to plug it into the wall near my house. We're going to set this 300. That's what we're going for. All right, well, to check this out, we decided to cook up some chicken, did some brats, did a whole spread, pork chops, the whole 9 yards. The full cook ran over 3 hours, and let's see how much power we had left. Based on these numbers, I could run about a 16 to 18 hour cook with this. All right, we got the EBL 1000 watt power supply. This is a nice, tidy little box, I gotta say. We got our solar inputs over here. We got AC there, USB. We got 1, 2, 3 quick charge 3.0 ports, plus a PD60. It's not PD100, but it's a PD60. Then we got DC out. These are almost never get used. I know some people use them. Of course, we got a cigarette lighter. We got the light up top, which is, unlike a lot of these where they put the light on the side, I'm never gonna use this thing like a, like a spotlight or a flashlight. But this lets me use it like a floodlight and lights the front of this. Sort of, I put my hand up here, shine the light down here, I can see what I'm doing in the dark. Charging, wireless charging up top. And then nothing else. And that's, honestly, that's the way it should be, all right? I'm happy with that. Let's see what it says on the bottom here. What are they telling us? We got MP 1000 battery capacity, 999 watt hours at 22 volts, DC input 12, yada yada, cigarette lighter, USB, type C, AC, wireless charging, 10 watts. All right, so turning this on, I like the handle. The handle recesses. You know, I like a nice flat power supply. Handle recesses, pops up, easy to grab, nice handle. This little part right here is rubberized. You can't really see, but that's a rubberized insert in there. That's nice. That gets a thumbs up. All right, let's turn the sucker on and let's see what kind of display we got. We're at 47%. The light, press it once, press it off. If you press and hold, it does an SOS thing. Who's going to use that? I don't know. Really easy. If you want to turn DC on, you turn DC on. Let me bring the camera a little lower. We're going to turn USB on, turn USB on. We're going to turn AC on. AC on. We got everything on. So let's plug some stuff in, all right? Let's go to the big boy. And let's see what this does. Hit it. Put your hand on it. There you are. Wow, and handle that. And of course, we can do the phone charging. We gotta take this phone out of this case. It won't charge through these cases. So we're gonna do this. Phone up here. Look at that. That is darn convenient. I gotta like that. And then we got this, we're still at, there's 2 bars on that. Plug that in. I like that. Let's see how much this thing weighs. All right, let's set this sucker on here. See what we get. 20 pounds. It's pretty light, all things considered. All right, as I said, it's a nice, tidy little box. I really like the layout on this style. They're not exclusive. There's a lot of them out there like this. But EBL's been around for a while. We'll talk more about them in a minute. Like the layout. The high capacity power station at 1,000 watt hours. It is actually what I consider a higher capacity. This is more than like just a single, afternoon kind of system. You can take this camping for the weekend. Power up your emotions. Okay. 20 270,000 milliamp hours. Why milliamp hours? Why not just amp hours? Super battery stimulation. Okay, let's hold off. This is a family channel. We're not going to get into that kind of battery usage. Solar power generation, if, of course, only if you buy the solar panels that don't come with it. Now, that said, I'm a big fan of this style of solar panels rather than like the 3 or 4 fold with the cloth back. I really like this style. I have several of these, not from EBL, but from other ones, and I think they're fantastic. The AC pure sine wave, of course, on all these systems like this, they're putting out a pretty good sine wave on it, so I'd feel safe using it with any of my delicate electronics. Supports charging of multiple devices. We showed that already. I find it interesting here that they show 1, 2, 3, 4 devices. The controller's using USB. The egg cooker over on the right, because I do a lot of egg cooking when I'm camping like that, it's plugged into AC, and then the drone battery pack is plugged into AC. There's a hot water pot behind it. Now, those draw a lot of power with a great demo for something like this. It's not plugged in. All right, anyway. Large capacity portable power station, yada yada. Here they're clearly compared against the Jackery. I love this design much better than the Jackery. I'm not a big fan of Jackery. I think they've got away from a lot of their proprietary plugs and stuff. That much has gotten better, but they're still, I think, overpriced for what you get. I would definitely go with this over a Jackery. There may be other systems out there that are better than this. Will you get them for the same price? We'll talk more about that in a minute. LCD smart display screen. I was pretty happy with the display screen on this for the size and everything else. Again, I really like the layout of it. Now, this is them showing you what they figure you can get for charges and all this kind of things. A lot of people ask about CPAP machines. 50 charges. I don't mean, you're going to tell me you're asleep 50 nights on this thing? I don't know if I'd go that far. I could definitely see getting through a weekend on it. Now here it is. They sell it through Amazon, EBL power station, yada yada yada. All the things we talk about here. The price. Now hold on to the price. Don't faint. Yes, it says $900, but they I don't know why they do this, but they have save an extra for it. You clip the coupon, and now the price is what? 5 is 9. Carry the 3 is $500. I think. Anyway. That puts this at a more than reasonable price range for what you're getting. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, EBL, I've never heard them, but anybody who's like replaced all their AA's and AAA's with good rechargeable batteries has probably seen EBL. They're one of the top players in the rechargeable battery, replacement battery market. Then maybe they're not going out there and making power packs for all sorts of little devices, but when it comes to replacing AA's, AAA's, C's, and D's, they're one of the big players out there. This is Wirecutter magazine through the New York Times. Yeah, I know what we think about the New York Times, but best rechargeable AA and AAA batteries. And in this test that Wirecutter did, EBL basically just owned everybody. They'd come out in, if not the number one, in the top 2 or 3 in every single test. Do your own research. Maybe you don't like Wirecutter or something like that. Look at other ones. I looked around because I remember when they contacted me thinking, I've heard of these guys before somewhere. And yeah, it is a big company. So, and they've been doing battery tech for a while. This is, I think, one of their first forays into portable power stations. It would be cool to see them go a little bit more custom, more advanced with it. But I'll say this. This is going to be probably my go-to, throw it in the truck, going out for the day or for the weekend kind of power source. I don't need to take a gas generator. I don't need to do any of that. I can just take one of these. Put a link to this down below. Anyway, thanks for EBL for sponsoring this video. I appreciate it. I appreciate the power station. I really like it. Anyway, stay tuned for more power station kind of reviews. We're going to be covering home backup level kind of stuff, some really high-end kind of stuff. So make sure you do all that YouTube stuff like smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, ringing the bell, all that good stuff. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.